So we'll solve one more numerical which involves RL load and also firing pulse. Find the maximum permissible value of IL to ensure SCR latching in the circuit shown below. Okay. Fine. So find the maximum permissible value of latching current IL to ensure SCR latching in the circuit shown below. So we have the source as 115 volt 60 hertz and the SCR is given a firing pulse with a duration of 60 microseconds at alpha equal to pi by 4 radians, and the load consists of a 0.25 Henry inductor and a 25 ohm resistor, right? So this is the first numerical in which instead of having a DC input we are applying a AC input. So let us see how to solve this. So what is not given here is the latching current. So in the previous numericals latching current was given and we were expected to find out if for a firing pulse of the given duration, say 40 microseconds or 50 microseconds, whether the SCR will latch or not. Another numerical, again the input was DC and we had to find out the limiting value of the firing pulse. So pulse duration was not given, but latching current and the load were given. So here the pulse duration is given, the firing angle is also given, and we have to find out the latching current. So firing angle was not mentioned in the previous two numericals because the input was DC, but here because input is AC, the firing angle comes into picture. Let us see how to solve this numerical. Solution. So given Vs RMS is equal to 115 volt. Frequency is not important here. L is equal to 0.25 Henry. R is given as 25 ohm. The pulse duration Tp is 60 microseconds and alpha is given as pi by 4 radians or 45 degrees. Okay. So now what is our concept? Our concept is this. The basic trick which we have to use is this thing, that SCR acts as closed switch or short circuit when SCR acts as closed switch or short circuit as long as the firing pulse is applied. Okay, so as per this rule, the firing pulse width is 60 microseconds. That means what? For 60 microseconds duration, SCR acts as short circuit. Now, the additional thing which is there in this numerical is that the SCR will act as a short circuit for 60 microseconds duration at alpha equal to 45 degrees. Okay. Now, another important detail is firing angle is applied at alpha equal to pi by 4 radians. Now see, this is my input source Vs 0, pi, 2 pi. Pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, pi by 4. Okay, so this is pi by 4. Okay, so fine. Now firing pulse is being applied at pi by 4 radians. If suppose this is the firing pulse voltage, then right, so firing pulse is being applied here at pi by 4. Duration is 60 microseconds. Okay, so this duration is 10 milliseconds. This duration is 10 milliseconds. Okay, and this is 60 microseconds. Okay, so what we are supposed to do is redrawing the above circuit at omega t equal to pi by 4 radians. This is very important. Redrawing the above circuit at omega t equal to pi by 4 radians. Okay, so at omega t equal to pi by 4 radians, what is the instantaneous value of Vs? It's very simple. Vs of omega t is equal to Vm sin omega t, which is equal to the RMS value of source into root 2 into sin omega t. What is Vs RMS? Vs RMS is 115, which is equal to 115 into root 2 into sine of pi by 4, and sine of pi by 4 is 1 by root 2. So ultimately it is 115 volts, right? So at omega t equal to pi by 4 radians, the value of the source voltage is 115 volt, and the SCR will be replaced by a short circuit for a duration of 60 microseconds. Okay. Now second thing is replace SCR by short circuit for the pulse width equal to 60 microseconds. So basically at omega t equal to pi by 4, my circuit actually becomes a circuit having a source of 115 volt DC. Okay, so this is how we redraw it. The current flowing through the circuit will be I of t. Okay, so now in the 60 microseconds time interval, how much value will the current I of t attain in the presence of the inductor of 0.5 henries? Okay, so now what will be the value of circuit current IT attained in the duration of the pulse TP equal to 60 microseconds. So we know that in inductive circuit I of t is V over R 1 minus e raised to minus R over L, right? So the voltage is 115 upon resistance is 25, and we have 1 minus e raised to minus 60 microseconds into 25 over 0.25, which is equal to 115 upon 25, 4.6, 1 minus e raised to, so we have 60 microseconds into 25 divided by 0.25, e raised to minus 6 into 10 raised to minus 3, right? E raised to minus 6 exponential minus 3. It comes up to 27.5 milliamperes. Okay, so in 60 microseconds duration, the inductor will allow the circuit current to reach a value of 27.5 milliamperes. So we can write that I of t during the pulse duration is equal to 27.5 milliamperes. So SCR will latch only if the value of latching current is less than 27.5 milliampere. This is the answer. Okay, so IL max is 27.5 milliamperes. So maximum permissible datasheet ratings of this particular SCR has to be 27.5 milliamperes. Only then the SCR will latch. I hope that this numerical is clear. Now we have some numericals on the transient model of an SCR, right? So if you remember, we had drawn this transient model of an SCR, wherein we represented each junction of the SCR J1, J2, J3 with RC combination RJ1 parallel CJ1, RJ2 parallel CJ2 and RJ3 parallel CJ3, and assuming that the SCR is forward biased, replacing the RC combinations with short circuit, capacitor and short circuit. Ultimately, we had derived that the current flowing through SCR is CJ2 into dVAK by dt. So based on this formula, we have some numericals which can be solved. Okay. Given the reverse biased junction capacitance of an SCR is 25 picofarad, the device can be turned on if a charging current of 5 milliamperes flows through the junction. Calculate the dV by dt rating of the device. Okay, so numerical is the reverse bias junction capacitance of an SCR is 25 picofarad. The device can be turned on if a charging current of 5 milliampere flows through the junction. Calculate the dV by dt rating of the device. Very simple numerical. Write down. Given CJ2 is equal to 25 picofarad and the device can be turned on if the charging current of 5 milliamperes flows through it. So we can say that IA, the device current, which is also equal to latching current here, is equal to 5 milliamperes, and what is not known as dU by dt rating, that is dU by dt max, is equal to unknown. So we can write down from the transient model of an SCR IA is equal to CJ2 into dVAK by dt. Therefore, if I replace the device current with latching current IL is equal to CJ2, then it can be written as CJ2 into du by dt max. Therefore, du by dt max equal to latching current upon CJ2. So latching current is given as 5 milliampere, CJ2 given as 25 picofarad. So which is equal to 5 into 10 raised to minus 3 ampere upon 25 into 10 raised to minus 12, which is equal to 0.2 into 10 raised to plus 9. Which is equal to 2 into 10 raised to 8 volt per second, which is equal to 200 into 10 raised to 6 volts per second, which is equal to 200 volt upon 10 raised to minus 6 second. So it is nothing but 200 volt per microseconds. Okay, so some adjustment of units. So 5 milliampere upon 25 picofarad is 5 into 10 power minus 3 ampere upon 25 into 10 raised to minus 12 farad. So 5 upon 25 is 0.2. These powers become 10 raised to plus 9. So 0.2 into 10 raised to plus 9 is 2 into 10 power 8 is equal to 200 into 10 power 6. So this 10 power 6 I have taken down and it becomes 10 power minus 6. So ultimately it becomes volt per microsecond. So please note that usually dV by dt rating is high, so it is always given in volt per microsecond. Actually, if you remember op-amp, the same thing is actually called as slew rate, if you remember. So slew rate and dU by dt rating have actually the same unit, volt per microsecond. Okay, another numerical similar to this thing. The equivalent capacitance of depletion region of the reverse bias junction J2 is 30 picofarad. Calculate the capacitive current flowing through the junction if thyristor is subjected to a voltage change of 150 volt per microsecond. Okay, so the equivalent capacitance of depletion region of RB junction J2 is 30 picofarad. Calculate the capacitive current flowing through the junction if thyristor is subjected to a voltage change of 150 volt per microsecond. Straight substitution numerical given CJ2 is 30 picofarad. The applied rate of change of voltage is 150 volt per microsecond, and the capacitive current IC is actually unknown. So IC is CJ2 into du by dt, which is equal to 30 picofarad into 150 volts per microsecond. So equal to 30 into 10 raised to minus 12 into 130 volt upon 10 raised to minus 6 seconds, which is equal to 45 into 10 raised to minus 10. So 15th is a 45, and we have taken two zeros as 10 power 2, 10 power minus 10 upon 10 raised to minus 6, which is equal to 45 into 10 raised to minus 4, which is equal to 4.5 into 10 raised to minus 3. Answer is 4.5 milliamperes. Okay, so you have to convert this microsecond into second always. We have done this here. Okay, so you have to convert this volt per microsecond into volt per second. Same thing you have done here also. So here converted this into microseconds. Yeah. So we have one more numerical to solve, because as such I was planning to discuss about the two transistor analogy of an SCR, but that topic takes about 25 minutes, so we don't have time today. So we can spend time to solve one more numerical. Okay. Find the minimum gate pulse width to ensure SCR latching, or sometimes it is also given as to ensure SCR turn on in the circuit shown below. given IL is equal to 15 milliampere. Okay. So the SCR is fired at an angle of pi by 3 radians or 60 degrees. The latching current given is 15 milliamperes and load is 10 ohm in series with 0.1 henries. What is unknown is the minimum pulse width required to ensure latching. The source is 230 volts, 50 hertz. Okay, so students solve the numerical. Yeah, solve it. Fine. Any student wants to volunteer solving this, means he can dictate and I will solve. Yeah. Anybody who wants to volunteer to solve the numerical, he or she can raise hands and dictate and we will solve the numerical. We have exactly 18 minutes to go. Yeah. Volunteers for solving numericals, because this numerical is similar to what we solved using 115 volt 60 hertz, and there we are expected to find out the limiting value of latching current, that it should not be more than that much, otherwise in that 60 microseconds of pulse duration SCR will not latch. Ayush 32407, you are chosen to help me solve the numerical. Yes, Ayush, unmute yourself and answer. 32407, Ayush. How to solve? Ayush, you are called, you are supposed to unmute yourself and answer. Ayush, if you are present in the class, in front of the screen, you are expected to unmute yourself. Muskan 32445. Yeah. Help me solve the numerical. Muskan 32445. Unmute and reply. Three two four six zero, Mohammed. Unmute and reply. Mohammed 32460, unmute and reply. given Vs RMS is 230 volt, alpha is pi by 3 radians is equal to 60 degrees, R equal to 10 ohm, L equal to 0.1 Henry, and also given latching current is equal to 15 milliampere. As we told last time that redrawing the above circuit at omega t equal to pi by 3 radians and assuming SCR as short circuit for t equal to the pulse duration at omega t equal to pi by 3 radians equal to 60 degrees, the instantaneous value of the source Vs of omega t is equal to Vm sin omega t, which is equal to Vs RMS into root 2 into sine of pi by 3 degrees. So you can even say it is 60 degrees is equal to 230 into root 2 into sine of 60. So sine of 60 is 0.866 into 230 into root 2, 281.7 equal to 281.7 volt. So I of t V over R 1 minus e raised to minus t into R by L. In our case, it is now equal to 281.7 upon 10 into 1 minus e raised to minus Tp min into 10 over 0.1. Now I of t equal to this thing, it must be greater than or equal to latching current. Okay, so we have 28.17 1 minus e raised to minus 100 into Tp min should be greater than or equal to IL is 15 milliamperes. So it is 0.015. Okay. Solving it now, we have 1 minus e raised to minus 100 Tp min is greater than or equal to 5.32 into 10 power minus 4. So we have e raised to minus 100 into TP min should be less than equal to 0.99947. Okay, so we have e raised to 100 times TP min should be greater than or equal to 1.00053. So 100 into TP min should be greater than or equal to natural logarithm of answer, which is equal to 5.326 into 10 raised to minus 4. So TP min should be greater than or equal to 5.326 or 5.33 microseconds. So 5.326 microseconds. So answer is the minimum pulse width to ensure latching of the SCR is 5.33 microseconds. Numerical for homework. So the question is, find the maximum value of R to ensure SCR turn on. Case 1, assume SCR to be ideal. Second, recalculate the value of R using the datasheet of SCR TWAN 612 V on equal to 1.6 volt and R on is equal to 30 milliohms. Okay. Case number 1 is SCR to be ideal. Second is recalculate the value of R for V on equal to 1.6 volts. R on is 30 milliohms. Okay. Values given are